It was past midnight when I finally turned onto the old highway. The main interstate was closed for construction, and my GPS suggested a shorter, scenic route through the countryside. I should have ignored it. Should have stuck to the well-lit detour, no matter how much longer it took. But I was tired, impatient, and stupidly brave. The road was 2 narrow lanes slicing through endless black fields. No streetlights. Just the white glare of my headlights cutting a tunnel through the night. Every so often, a battered sign would flash by, faded names of towns I'd never heard of. My phone had lost signal an hour ago. Even the radio had surrendered to static. After about 20 miles, something felt wrong. I can't explain it, just a creeping sensation, like something was watching from the darkness just beyond the road. I told myself it was just nerves. Lack of sleep. An overactive imagination. Then I saw the woman. She stood on the shoulder, just past a bend, her figure caught in the high beams. Pale, barefoot, wearing a thin, white dress that fluttered in the windless night. Her hair was a wet, tangled mess hanging over her face. She didn't move, didn't react to the car. Just stood there, staring, or at least, I thought she was staring. Her face was hidden. I swerved instinctively to the opposite side, heart jackhammering in my chest. When I glanced in the rearview mirror, she was gone. No trace of her. I gripped the steering wheel tighter. "Get a grip," I muttered. "You're just tired." But I couldn't shake the image. Her feet. They were wrong. Twisted at odd angles, like she hadn't stood up but had been placed there. I pressed the accelerator harder. The faster I got through this hellish stretch, the better. Miles blurred by. My eyelids grew heavy. I rolled down the window, letting the cold air whip against my face. It didn't help. That's when I saw her again. Not on the side of the road, this time she was in the road, standing dead center, arms hanging limp at her sides. I slammed the brakes, tires screeching on the cracked asphalt. The car fishtailed, narrowly missing her. I dared to look at her as I sped past. Her head twisted sharply to follow me, too sharply. Like a broken doll. I didn't slow down. I didn't stop. I couldn't. For a long stretch, nothing happened. Just the rhythmic thud of my tires over worn patches of road and the faint whistle of air leaking through my cracked window seal. Then, soft at first, I heard it, a thump from the trunk. Another. Thump. Thump. I swallowed hard, blood pounding in my ears. My trunk was empty. I was sure of it. I hadn't put anything back there. Thump. This time it was louder, more deliberate. Like something, or someone, was trapped inside. I told myself not to pull over. Just drive. Get to a gas station. A town. Anywhere with people. But the sound grew more frantic, like scratching and pounding and muffled screams. My hands shook on the steering wheel. And then, the engine sputtered. No. No, 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 I begged, pumping the gas pedal. The car coughed once and died. Dead silence swallowed me. I sat there, heart racing, staring into the endless black ahead. Then, from the mirror, a shadowy figure unfolded itself from the backseat. The woman. Closer now. I could see the ruined mess of her face, gray, bloated, waterlogged like a drowned corpse. Her eyes, 2 black pits, locked onto mine. I threw the door open and bolted into the night, leaving the car and whatever that thing was behind. The fields around me were a labyrinth of twisted crops and thistles. I stumbled through the darkness, branches tearing at my clothes and skin. Behind me, I heard her, a wet, slapping sound, like bare feet hitting pavement, getting closer. I didn't dare look back. Finally, through the ragged trees, I saw it, lights. A gas station, flickering in the distance like a mirage. I sprinted, lungs burning, until I crashed through the door, sending a rack of snacks flying. The cashier, a bored-looking teenager, barely flinched. "Whoa, man. You okay?" I whirled around. Nothing behind me. No ghostly woman. No waterlogged footsteps. Just the empty road stretching into the dark. My car broke down, I gasped, trying to catch my breath. Something's out there. Someone. The cashier gave me a skeptical look but nodded slowly. You're not the first. What do you mean? He jerked his chin toward a faded newspaper clipping taped behind the register. I stumbled closer. The headline read, "Missing woman found dead in reservoir, foul play suspected." Below it, a photo of her. The same woman. Alive then, smiling, vibrant. Locals say she haunts the back roads, the cashier said. Hitchhiker spirit. Some say if you pick her up, you live. If you pass her by. He trailed off, a grim smile curling his lips. Well? Guess you'll find out. I felt the blood drain from my face. I stayed at the gas station until sunrise, huddled in a plastic chair, afraid to even blink. When I finally dared to step outside, my car was gone. In its place, on the cracked pavement, was a trail of wet, barefoot prints leading off into the mist.